Hey everyone, welcome to your next session on depression or anxiety. I hope you watched the first video. If you haven't, it's not a big deal. Welcome. You can watch it later if you want. Just try to follow along. I give important insights and wisdom as we go along so we can transmute the state from our body and create the reality that we actually want. When we're in a depression or anxiety state, it does feel super heavy, painful. You might not want to feel like you want to be here. Your other voice, the other thoughts, the conflict thoughts in your head might be telling you this is pointless. Might be saying it's not going to work. You're never going to heal yourself. You'll be like this forever. And then the other voice comes in and it says, no, stay here. Listen to her. Receive some light today, some wisdom. The universe wants to lighten you up. It wants to help you feel better. It wants you to learn how to overcome this and know you don't have to take medication. You don't have to go to a doctor and a therapist all the time. You don't need anybody. Well, why wouldn't I? Because you just got to learn how to transmute the energy, the state that you created. Once you learn how to change that state, which you can, you have all that power within you. You'll release it from your body and you won't feel like that no more. It's just a feeling you created, okay? Now, some people might be going through some really hard obstacles. I understand that. Trauma, an experience it's confusing, you don't understand, or many experiences in your life, okay? That's what we're doing here. We got to learn how to change our perspective, because when our perspective's on a high perspective, everything's more peaceful. You transmute that heavy energy, those dense emotions, those emotions that feel terrible, you transmute them into higher emotions, vibrations, which is happiness and light energy. And you just feel like everything's going to be okay finally. Okay, you've cleared that darkness within you. That's what it feels like. There's a darkness within you, and you deep down you can get rid of it. You don't know how. So most of us always just go and depend on the easiest thing, which is a doctor or a therapist. But we don't need that, because all the power's within us. Just take a comfortable position. Just listen to me. I don't care where you're at. If you want to sit in a meditation pose, that's perfect. Because when we sit up straight, or even lay down and your spine straight, the energy can flow. When your energy's flowing, you're transmuting those heavy energies that don't need to be in your body. Because your body naturally doesn't want to hold those. It just doesn't know how to get rid of them. So your body sometimes runs your life. That's why the depression and anxiety may run your life right now, but it's not going to, because we're going to overcome it. We're going to be better than it. We're going to be aware of it. We're going to be aware of why we're going through the things that we are. We're going to learn how to look at things differently, because that brings us peace when we know the truth and we know the wisdom of why we're going through this, of why something bad happened, or trauma, or an experience that's an obstacle. I want you to put all your focus and attention on my voice and your breath. Last session, we were talking about our number one goal was to learn how to calm our mind and our body down. And we do that by our breath. So our very first thing that we do to access our powers, to access that power within us, is just our breath. That's the very first step. So we just we just refocus from everything that we've been focused on, and we just bring our focus here to the present moment on our breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now your body might be fighting you, okay? And some thoughts in your mind, just ignore them. Just sit there, okay? Tell your body just to sit there. Say, I know it's uncomfortable. I know you don't feel good, but I promise you will. Promise everything's going to be okay. Just be consistent. Keep doing your inner love, your self-love and self-care. And I promise, when you focus on yourself and tap into that power and align with your true self, you'll feel on top of the world. The depression and anxiety won't run you anymore. All the noise that's pulling you and telling you, hey, you have to do this to cure, to help it. Well, medicine doesn't cure you. It's actually just stabilizing it. And it actually is terrible for your body. So why would we want to do that? No, we want to learn how to tap into our powers, transmute that energy, heal, so that our bodies feel good. And we release that heaviness, that darkness off our chest or in your belly, mind, wherever you're holding it at. When I had depression and anxiety, it was all over my body. I just felt it everywhere. So I understand what it's like to feel in a terrible, worst case scenario, but I promise we're going to get through it. Every session, you're going to do it by yourself when you're not with me. Just calm your mind and our bodies down. And when we do that, that's when we heal. That's when we transmute that depression. That's when we feel better. Just keep breathing deep and slow. Every time you control that breath, you're creating the pharmacy and the chemicals that you need within your body. So you don't have to take the medication, you can produce it by yourself. As a soul, we want to come down here and learn and grow and evolve. So we want to gain perseverance and inner strength. We want to gain compassion and empathy and kindness and patience. All those qualities that are really high vibrations, those feelings that feel good, those emotions. We're used to living in the world where it's dense and heavy. And now we're transitioning to a lighter energy, better emotions. And we have to learn that. So when we come down here, the universe, or our soul basically, we choose obstacles, we choose experiences, we choose people in our lives, and we choose our own role to help us grow. So God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, source, they said, well, you asked for strength, so I gave you an opportunity. You asked for perseverance and resilience, so I gave you that opportunity. You can't get that from just sitting around and being happy and having all these experiences, go smoothly. You can't get that. You can't get those qualities for free. And then you start thinking and you're like, keep breathing. Just listen to me. You start thinking and you're like, well, that's true. I do want to be I wanted that inner strength where when I show up to the world, I'm solid, secure, and I'm a powerhouse. Nothing's pushing me over. No obstacles getting to me. I'm just gliding through. Obstacles might be hard, but I'm gliding through now because I'm access to my power. I'm access to my true self. God said, well, you lost your true self. You lost all that. You lost yourself in all the experiences you were having. Maybe a relationship. Maybe your happiness was based on all the wrong things. So I gave you that opportunity to reconnect with your true self. I gave you that opportunity to find your true self again. And that means to know that you have the power of your life. Because you lost all that. You gave all your powers away. Even when with your depression and anxiety, you're giving your power away to those emotions. Because you have the power to choose to transmute that and get it out of your body and feel better. We just were never taught that. We were taught to go to the therapist if we have depression, or the doctor. We weren't taught how to take care of our bodies. We were taught to work hard. Especially in America. That's all we were taught is you go to work, you work hard, you go home and take care of your family. Most of us weren't taught to take care of our selves. And especially when we get older. So God said, well, you lost your access to your true self. You were becoming someone that you weren't. And you know that. So I gave you that opportunity. I gave you an obstacle to realign with yourself, reconnect with your true self and the divine. the higher power. You were just disconnected, so I gave you that opportunity. And you said you wanted to find out about yourself. You said you really wanted to find out about your true self. You want to find out if you got supernatural abilities. You want to find out about your purpose in life, your destiny. So I gave you that opportunity. So you're telling me that depression and anxiety is actually helping me? Yeah, it is. Because now this is your opportunity to learn how to access your power, align, transmute it, and realize you're in control. That those emotions that they don't have to control you. And when you listen to all these other opinions and all this other advice, are you listening to your gut? Or is your gut telling you that's probably not going to work, don't do that? Is your gut turning and it feels tight and you feel fear and you just feel really bad when you go to a doctor or a therapist because they're not really helping you out? I'm not saying they're not there for some good reasons, okay? But what if it was a test? What if it was a test? Are you going to believe someone else? Are you going to believe your true self? Well, my true self says I can heal this and that I have the power. My true self says I can get rid of it. I just don't understand how to do it. I don't understand why I'm going through this. But now you do. Now we changed our perspective. Here's your opportunity to transmute and have access to your powers and learn that you can overcome anything. Any darkness you can overcome because you're a light being. Well, what does that mean? You have God inside of you. You have source, light. The universe is within you. So if you're a light being, you can overcome any darkness. Everybody knows that. There ain't no darkness that can withstand light. That feels good, don't it? You're like, yeah, that's actually right. Most people tell you to give up. Most people tell you to go take medicine or you gotta go to the therapist every month because that's gonna make your life better. No, what makes your life better is when you do silent time, you reconnect with yourself, with your true self. Your true self knows what the right path is. It knows what qualities you're trying to gain, what your destiny is, your purpose. I'm just here guiding you back to that. That's why I always want you to go within. I'm just guiding you, okay? Yes, there's healers, but you have abilities too. Yes, there's healers to guide and help you, but we are guiding you mainly back to your true power within you, okay? I do love to prove that the divine's real, that the higher realm's real. And everybody, probably thinks I'm crazy that I tell people about my abilities, that I'm a healer. Well, I'm not the only healer. Of course the divine made healers. Of course the divine gave you supernatural abilities. It's not just me. You have those abilities too. So now here's your opportunity to defeat the darkness, which we're doing right now. We're releasing that out of our body. Just with breath work helps. You got to do some other self-care though. Don't forget. Remember, you got to do your cardio, your yoga, stretching. Okay, drink plenty of water, eat vibrant foods, which is colored foods. The less cooked, the more energy it has in it, and you'll feel lighter. In the mornings, I drink shakes, and then I'll eat fruit in the afternoons, kind of mix that up, and then at night, I eat a more solid meal to help ground me. I like to be grounded at night, so that food does help ground me. But during the day, I eat light so that I can be full of energy and feel light all day. So that helps with the depression. But cardio, walking outside, being outside, lifting weights, exercise, and doing your meditation and mixing all those, I promise you'll release the depression and the anxiety little by little. You'll get rid of it. And even if you're transmuting it right now in session, that's perfectly fine too. I've had people transmute it right in front of me. That's why I'm here. We're learning how to transmute it together. Because when you change your perspective, it transmutes everything. You're like, oh, this was for me? This was to help me, actually? This was a gain? This is a win? Yeah. Yep, it was. You just got to overcome it. Tell yourself you got this, that you can do it. You know you have that power. Keep breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth, nice and slow. And when you realign with your true self, it starts telling you exactly what to do. You don't even need me. It says, hey, you probably should go do 20 minutes of cardio today. When you do cardio, it releases that energy, the depression, the anxiety. Sometimes you might have to do it a lot more than others because you're you're just in a worse state. It depends on per week on how much I had to do. I would just kind of listen to my higher self. When it was bothering me to do cardio, it'll bother you. It just keeps bothering you. You need to go work out. You need to go work out. And the other voice is like, man, I don't want to. I'm so tired. I just had so much to do all day. Last night, I didn't even want to go to the gym, and I went to the gym at 11 o'clock with my son. He wanted to go. I just made myself go. I didn't want to, but I felt amazing when I was done. So that's another thing. We're going to be focused on the goal that we're trying to create, okay? So here is our next goal this week. I want you to continue to keep calm in your mind and your body down, because remember, when we're calm and relaxed, we're healing our body. We're moving mountains, okay? That's your access to your power. It's when you can manifest. It's when you overcome the darkness. Now, about every 50 to 60 breaths, you'll start realigning with your higher self, okay? Or you'll start calming your mind down. So just notice that. About 50 to 60 breaths, you should just feel your mind calming down. About over 100, that's when you'll start realigning with your higher self, and it's giving you those good, positive thoughts to help you keep going, okay? It's telling you that you don't need medicine anymore. It's actually not healing you. It's making it worse, okay? You don't need to depend on that. Keep breathing. Now, hand mudras, you can do these. You'll notice me doing them. I do different ones. These help you align as well with your higher self. It helps align your body with that higher self, okay? With your true self. So if you want to do the hand mudras when we do that, that's fine too. Just to give you a little information about why people sit like this, it's just to enhance the alignment. And if you're outside, it really, really helps with your depression and anxiety. It's one of the highest ways to raise your vibration, because everything's high vibration out here, okay? So use nature. Put your feet in the ground. It helps keep you calm and relax, and it also helps you transmute that energy. There's different ways to transmute energy. The depression, anxiety, you don't just have to sit down and do meditation pose, okay? So even cleaning. I've had Spirit World tell me that one of my clients, the best way for her to transmute energy was to clean. It was one of her ways. So when we go through this, I really hope you enjoy your journey now and find what resonates with you. Find what you love. Find what you love again in life. That's what this journey's about, is reconnecting to your true self, realizing you have the power, and figuring about what you love and what your gifts and treasures are. That's why you've been given this opportunity. So now you can find that out. So whether you went through a trauma and that gave you the depression and the anxiety, that trauma, that experience is there to elevate you. But we got to let it elevate us. We got to let it make us stronger. We got to say, okay, well, what did we learn from that? What did we learn from that experience that made us so depressed? Well, one, we learned that we probably lost ourselves. We were disconnected from the higher realm. And we based all of our happiness and security on everything that wasn't actually, that was all false. Well, what do you mean? Because our happiness is within us. Our security, that's within us. Our safety, that's within us. Our joy, meaning you can create it at any moment in your life. You don't have to wait for experiences to make you happy. You don't have to base your happiness on a relationship. A lot of people do that. So if your relationship crumbled, there's a reason why. Because you were going in the wrong direction. You weren't elevating. You were actually making your karma worse. You're creating more karma. So instead of doing that, we're like, well, we're going to give you a huge obstacle. We're going to throw her off the cliff, her or him. We're going to give her that opportunity to access her powers and get back to her true self. Hopefully she takes that opportunity. Hopefully he does. And he lets that make him better. Every experience that you have went through, you're going to let it make you better now. You're going to let it elevate you. And you're going to say the very first thing, what did I learn from that? What can I? Even if you don't immediately know the answers, just go by yourself, sit in silent time. Your higher self will tell you. Well, they needed to know how strong you were. You didn't realize your strength. So we wanted you to realize your strength. So we gave you that opportunity. Well, I didn't feel strong, but you made it through, didn't you? You're still here. You're still showing up. You're still wanting to be the better version of yourself. You still have that will. You still have that drive to elevate and to change your life. Because you know you have that power. That's your destiny. Your destiny is to reconnect with that power and your true self and learn that you can manipulate energy. Well, that's awesome. Yes. And everybody has different abilities, so you get to find that out now. Man, that feels light. Okay. Now, if you haven't processed everything, it's okay. You will in time. Okay. If you've processed it, you've taken a big breath today with me, that means you're healing. When your body takes a big natural breath and it feels relieving, you are now healing. You've now began your healing process. Your body is now balancing out and it's healing. You're changing your energy. When you change the way you think and the way you feel, you change your energy. When you change your energy, you change your reality. You can have any reality you want. You can do anything that you want. You can manifest the impossible. I don't care what you want in your life. You're going to get it accomplished. And you tell yourself that. So we're going to work on calming our mind and our body down still. I want you to do that by yourself. You got to exercise and do this by yourself, okay? So that it makes it stronger, just like going to the gym and working your muscles. You're working your focus muscle too. And now I want you to vision your end goal. What do you want your reality to be now? How do you want to show up? What do you want? Okay? So we got to keep the end goal, the vision of how we want our life to be and where we're at, so we can bring those to the present moment, okay? Because I want you to be excited about your life after this session. I want you to have a little bit more hope. I want you to say, okay, this is getting a little bit more exciting because now I'm seeing it differently. I really want to visualize what I want, try to get that. I want to try to manifest that. Okay? Visualize. I want you to close your eyes at this time if you don't have your eyes closed. We're going to tap into the quantum field. Breathe in and out, just nice and slow and calm. Yes, I know the breath work's annoying, but just keep doing it. If you need to take a break, take a break. Now, I want you to visualize, what do you want? How do you want to look? How do you want to think? How do you want to feel? How do you want to talk, walk, look, show up? What do you want? Let's just focus on ourselves first. And then as we go along, we'll manifest other things, for physical and stuff. The physical manifestations. But the most important thing when we learn that we have power is to actually build a really strong inner world where nothing's messing our current up, because our current's nice and strong. So in session, when we're manifesting, yes, all those physical and everything you want to manifest, the qualities, they're going to come into play. But the main focus is our inner world. So we got to make sure we're calm, relaxed, and balanced and healing, okay? Because when our chakras are open, our energy centers through our body, when they're actually opened and not stagnant and just sitting there and they're rotating, your body's healing, you're transmuting the depression or anxiety. Okay, visualize. Now I want you to bring it to you right now, and I want you to embrace the feeling if you can. You're going to use your imagination. That's our second access to our powers. Breath work. And then when we align with our true self, that's our imagination. That's the God's brain, source brain, higher realm. We're reconnecting. And you're going to embrace that feeling as if it's happening right now. We're just practicing today. What would you feel like if you had that right now? Feels light, don't it? Feels soft, patient, loving. You're like, man, that person's having an exciting life now. They're bebopping. They're in power. They're in control. Their aura's glowing. They're joyful and happy. Love that energy. Confident. And they're strong now. And they took that experience and they let it elevate them. Man, that feels good. Now, we go into the quantum field, but I want to bring it back to the present moment. That's what we're doing. Because the universe only works in the present moment. That's why if you're focused on the future or the past all the time, gives you anxiety, depression, feels heavy. Because when you're in the future and we're manifesting that life that we just visualized, don't get worried that you're not going to accomplish it. You will. So if you stay in that future too long and you start getting worried and feared if it's going to happen, and it stresses you out. So we just got to refocus on where you're at and just keep that end goal in mind. If you're focused on the past and everything that's going wrong and all the bad things, then it's going to give you anxiety and depression. We use our past as a tool bank to learn lessons and bring them there, so that if we had to learn a lesson of being kind and compassionate, we bring that to us right now and we say, no, we're going to show up in a kind and passionate way. We're going to show up as our true self and not disconnected anymore. That's the lesson. Oh, okay. I'm not going to show up weak anymore. I'm going to show up strong. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm going to tell myself I'm strong. Your body is not going to feel like it at first, or if it does, that's awesome, but it will fight you. It's going to fight you on these emotions at first and say, well, that's not real. You're imagining it. That's not real. But it actually is very real. That is your access to your powers. If you can change the way you think and feel and stay in the present moment, you are in full power, okay? You're in alignment. So that is our goal. Now we're going to visualize what we want and always keep that as an end goal, but we're going to try and stay focused in the present moment this session, okay? So we have 2 goals this week. Well, 3 goals, because I want you to keep strong on the last goal that we did last session or last week. I can't remember when I posted it. So you're going to try to keep your mind and your body calm. If you find yourself getting anxious, heavy, take a step back, do some breath work, do whatever you want to transmit your energy that makes you feel better, okay? And then this week, we're just going to keep the end goal in our mind and just focus on everything that's going right now. Focus on all of our blessings and all the lessons that we've learned, and focus in the present moment, because your reality's coming. Everything that you want's coming right now into play. Every session, we're going to learn and work on different things, okay? Now keep that feeling, see if you can embrace it, and I want you to hold it as long as you can. Just keep it. If you need to listen to this video a couple times, that's fine. I've had to listen to videos several times that really resonated with me and really gave me that boost. Because when you hear wisdom and truth, the actual truth, you will feel peace. You will lighten up. You won't be fear. Your stomach's not going to be turning. It's going to feel open, maybe uncomfortable. You might feel uncomfortable during this process. Body might be bucking too. Just make it stop and say one day you're going to be very calm, okay? And relaxed and in full control and power. And that's what we all want, so we can enjoy our life now. So thank you for those lessons. Thank you for that opportunity to help me elevate. Thank you for that loss, because I did lose myself, or it did elevate me in some way. It showed me that I needed to reconnect with the divine, that I needed to access my powers, realign with my true self, and make sure that my happiness and foundation is within me, not in everybody else. That feels good, don't it? When I went through my tragedy and my depression and my anxiety, it led me to who I am. It led me to figure out who I am and my destiny and my purpose. It was terrible at first, but it has been the best journey in my life. It is exciting. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, I got shoved down, pushed down, stomped in the ground. I don't know how many times, but I got back up. And I wouldn't get resilience and perseverance for free if I didn't do that, right? I wouldn't have found out who I truly was. I wouldn't have found out my purpose in life. This is your opportunity, so we're going to be excited after today, okay? Now, you're just embracing that feeling right now. You're just keeping that vibration, okay? It might feel off, uncomfortable, weird because your body's not used to it. Just keep practicing if you can. Just keep practicing your end visualization result. What are you wanting? And bring it here. Bring it in the present moment, because the universe works in the present moment on how to manifest and healing. I hope your body feels lighter and calmer. I hope your breath feels a little bit more strong and confident and relieved. Now you already set your vibration within with that feeling. Now set it on the outside and do your protection bubble. Protect yourself. Peace, love, strength, confidence, and light. Visualize it. Every time you take that breath, it's releasing that depression, okay? So keep your mind and your body calm. Keep your visualization of your end result in place, and then try to focus in the present moment now more. Refocus if you catch yourself, and just focus in the present moment more. Focus on everything that's going right, your blessings, and be grateful for your experiences now. When you're grateful, you also transmute energy, okay? We're going to go over more wisdom later, and I hope you can process what I gave you today. If not, listen to it again. I hope everything resonated with you. If it does, that's awesome. Receive it. If it doesn't, just leave it be and just go to the next person that resonates with you. No big deal. This is about you, and this is about your journey. But if I helped you today, just be really proud of yourself that you showed up, okay? That you did the self-care and the self-love, and you pushed yourself, because you know now you feel better. And maybe you'll be reset for your weekend and the holiday, because tomorrow's the 4th of July. I'll try to post this today. But whenever you watch it, just enjoy your day and your week and your weekend, because you're on a new journey now. All right, we set our vibration within and out. I will see you next session. Practice what I said. Write it down if you have to. If you want, you can journal too if anything's coming up when you're meditating by yourself, because you got to figure out you. Hold that strength and vibration. Namaste. I'll see you next session.